Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you for still being here. And today, I have for you my August favorites. So my top 5 favorite plants in the month of August. And let me tell you, this was hard. This is getting harder because, like, I just want to show you all my new plants, but you've already seen them. I mean, there are a few new ones here. I mean, like, there's one that's, like, should be really obvious, and I should do it first and just get it out of the way because you've already seen it a bunch. And you should know that, obviously, it's going to be one of my favorites from August, but I don't know, it's just getting hard to choose because, like, I just want to keep picking the same plants over and over. Apparently I have favorites. But this month in particular, ones that have just, they're either new or they've been growing and putting out some new leaves that are really beautiful. That's usually why I pick them. Okay, so for the sake of just getting it out of the way, why save the best for last when we can do it first? Number 1 on my list today of favorites from August shouldn't be surprising, because it is my sport variegated Monstera deliciosa. Almost positive this is large form, and you guys already know. Look at her. Her leaf is starting to, like, harden off finally. It did give me a new non-variegated leaf out of the other side of the plant, so there are 2 plants in here. It's kind of hard to see because the leaves are so big, but there are 2 plants in here and only one is variegated. There are lots of beautiful stripies going on down in the petioles and everything. This one is working on a new leaf that's popping out. I don't see any variegation on it. I don't see any variegation on, like, the caterpillar either, but we don't know. It hasn't unfurled yet. There are maybe some potential, like, stripes down in here, but it is really hard to tell. But also there was, like, oh shit, I knocked it over. Different plant. There was also, like, no variegation on the one for this either, so who knows? Who knows? And then we have this variegated leaf over here that has a couple of splotches on it, and there was no variegation in the, oh, there is a big chunk down at the bottom here. There's lots of chunks of white in this plant, so I have high hopes for this leaf, but also if it doesn't come out variegated, I'm not going to cry about it because I do have a lot of faith in the genetics on this plant. So we're going to see how things go. So number 1 on my list of favorites for August obviously had to be my sport variegated Monstera deliciosa that I found. There was also apparently a variegated Espoma at the store the same day that I found this one that I didn't see until watching it back. But I guess we just weren't meant to find 2 unicorns that day. That would have been selfish of me, right? To take both sport variegated plants from the store that day. But what are the odds that that would even happen? So now that we got that one out of the way, the second one I would like to get out of the way because it is newer is my cute little Ficus shiv. But in case you didn't see that plant shopping video, because it was very long and I did pick this up right at the end of it, like literally it was like the last plant that I saw, I figured I would show you here in case you haven't seen it. I picked this one up because I like that it has the big chunks of green on the leaves. I think it just makes the variegation more interesting. Not that there's anything wrong with leaves like this. I just think that these are prettier with the darker green mixed in there. It definitely gives them more of like a camouflage, like marbly vibe. And it is, oh, I got like cat hair on my face. It is working on a new one, so I'm excited to see what that one comes out like. So Ficus, Elastica, Shiveriana, really cute. And I picked this one up in Hadley, Massachusetts, if you didn't see that video. And I'm not mad at you if you didn't watch the whole thing, because it was like an hour and 20 minutes long, and literally I got this in the last like 10 minutes of the video. So you're seeing it now if you didn't see it then. And it was only $16.99, which I thought was a good price for it. They had some more like high variegated ones for more, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with these leaves. I just think it's prettier when you add in that little bit of the darker green in there. Love this one. I love the dark green with like just the splash of yellowy marbled variegation. So I'm kind of bummed that I didn't buy two. I wish I bought two. I'll probably go back and see if they still have any. Because this one's pretty small. It's like all moldy and I gotta repot it. But I thought it would be fun to pot up two. I just love Ficus elastica. I know it's not like everybody's favorite plant, but I love a good ficus. So I pretty much have them all except for a ruby at this point when it comes to like ones that are available here. So the next two that I want to show you are Hoya. So these I'm excited about because I've got some new growth on them, and this one is called Hoya D's Big One, which is a funny name. I think it's a Cocoa Ranch hybrid though, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me. But it is a hybrid. I don't know of what. It does just give you these big green leaves with like a teeny tiny bit of splash, nothing really super exciting, but I do just think that this plant is really pretty, and I've been excited about watching it grow. It gave me some new leaves, and I'm just like really not mad about it. I put it up around this trellis and it's growing. They do like to grow up, so I'm just gonna let it keep on doing that before I force it down, because that might compromise the growth on it. So I'm just gonna let it keep getting longer, and once it's long enough to wrap it around, I definitely will. But we have some nice like growth going on up here. We have little leaf nubbies. And this one came from my friend Liz. She took a huge cutting off of her mama plant for me. So I just really have been enjoying this one. I think it looks pretty on its trellis. It's still in mossy perlite, but it looks like it's getting some nice roots. I can see some coming out the bottom. So hopefully soon we'll be able to pot it up into like a normal size pot. Something a little bit bigger than this, because I do see some really nice root growth in here. So, which is why the clear containers are good. So D's Big One. I don't know who D is, but it is definitely a big one. And like I said, nothing really super exciting about these leaves. They are veiny, like when the sun shines through them, so you can see the veins on the back of the leaves. But I just think it's really pretty and underrated, so I wanted to show it to you this month because I like to go through and think. I choose plants based on like which ones have I really just been looking at a lot lately, you know, and this is definitely one that has been catching my eye. I think it just looks really cute, and it just lives on my shelves. Like, it doesn't get anything special. So that was what, number 3 on my list. Number 4 is another Hoya. This one also just like lives on top of my cabinet, so it's getting like just some really nice indirect light throughout the day. And this is Hoya Bahoy. You guys saw me unbox this from Jax's Jungle. It only had the 2 leaves, which were already gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but do you see this new one? Do you see the splash on this leaf? So there is something to be said about lowering the intensity of the light for your splashy Hoya. Look at that. It went from a really bright light situation, so there was not a lot of splash here, to a medium light situation. Look at that. Somehow it makes it look crusty. Why do you look crusty now? Oh my gosh. I'm just like, this is one of my new like top favorite Hoya in my collection. It is absolutely stunning. So Hoya Bahoy, and it's still growing. It's got this active growth point. It was going to put out some leaves right here, but they dried up. It's got more leaf nubbies here. I need to repot this. It's really hard to keep it well watered in the mix that it's in. This one's from Jax's Jungle. And I love it. So you get 2 Hoyas on the list today because I've been you better believe that I have been staring at this leaf. Let's look how big it is. It's almost the size of my hand. And I've got some pretty big hands. They're not little dainty hands. I'm a tall girl. I got big hands. I love it. Hoya bahoy. Don't know how common these are. Never heard of it. I saw it though, and I was like, girl, yes, I'm gonna need that. Thank you. So that is number 4 on my list today. I do think that there is something to be said about if you're not tired of me telling you yet, the Urban Gardener Super Growth Elixir. I'll leave it linked down below for you guys if you have not checked these products out yet. My Hoya have been popping off, growing like crazy, starting whole new growth points from like the base of the plant. And this is the only thing that I've done differently with them. So definitely go and check that out. I will leave it linked down below for you with a discount code, and that's all I'm going to say about it because I've already said a ton about it. Okay, so number 5 on my list today is unexpected, but it just popped out a new leaf, and I was like, oh, girl, you're cute. And it is my syngonium tricolor red spot, right? That's what it's called. It's a baby. Really, fungus not just landed on the leaf that I was holding and showing you. Get out of here. Okay. I got it. I clapped that gnat. Anyway, Hoya, syngonium tricolor red spot or whatever, and it does have a cute little kodama in there that glows in the dark. But it just put out this new leaf. It's not like fully done unfurling it. It's last little lobe right here. But look at it. Oh goodness. Look at how cute and pink it is. I've been trying to be better about like really feeding this one and giving it proper water. I did repot it recently, and it does have some nice roots. So this is one of the only syngonium that like is really thriving for me. I don't have that many more. And I love it. I think it's so cute, which is very unexpected for me, but I just really love the variegation on this one. And the prices have come so way down from the time that I bought this. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid for this tiny little plant. It's a lot more than what you would pay for a tiny little plant of it now, that's for sure. And that's why I tell people not to buy expensive syngonium. They propagate really easily, they grow really fast. It just doesn't make sense. Anything that might be like new to the market that you think is rare is probably going to be common in like 6 months. So don't spend a lot of money on rare syngonium. It just shouldn't even be a thing. Rare syngonium just shouldn't even go together. It's just not a thing. Because like rarity to me is like how difficult it is to like grow and propagate and like mass produce plants. It's more like rarity in terms of like the market, you know? So there's no such thing as a rare syngonium. Don't do that. Anyway, I love you guys. That is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorites are for the month of August. Let me know if you have any of these plants that I showed you. If you want any of these plants that I showed you, which like obviously who's not going to want this sport variegated Monstera? Like, come on. And this freaking Hoya. If you're into Hoya, that splashy leaf is like to die for. So definitely not mad about any of this that's sitting in front of me right now. But I would love to hear from you guys and what you've been loving lately. Have you gotten anything new that you're excited about? Definitely share it with the rest of us in the comments below. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you did, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. Get yourself some perky perks. There may be some new ones coming, so definitely keep your eye out for that. I will let you know if I do decide to add it. I might add a tier for like a very specific reason that I think you guys might be excited about. But anyway, if not, there's a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me. Another great way to support my channel is just to shop through some of my affiliate links if you want to go and check them out. But yeah, that's it. I love you guys so very much. I appreciate you. You guys know I can't do this without you, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this, and that you guys enjoy it, because I enjoy it. I love spending time with you. So I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.